What's up, my ladies? My name is Chaz, and welcome to the final What If, or should I say, What If? Because it's not my final one, but this is the last one before I become super busy during this coming weekend. So in this What If, it's what if Zuku had a powers of Bill the or actually Coco, or had the power of Coco, him. And if you are wondering who is this guy, that name, he comes from this weird anime called Bill the Beginner. So this is what. So in this what if, Zuko doesn't need to switch body parts to other ones. He just naturally has them. Like he has blade arms. He could use it on his legs or like any part of his body. But he also has a sister. So, let's begin. Well, before I begin, I know this will be the short story one, or this would be the last what if until next week. Not this coming week, next week. That, or get some time to do, okay? So, now, and in this what if, he has, let's say, 3 mothers and 1 father. He has let's say he has Zuku, or not Zuku, Inko. Oh, that's 1. Next one is like was definitely MT or Mountain Lady. Every time I say MT Lady, I keep hearing myself saying empty lady. But she's not empty, she's like, and I always forget Baku, or actually Zuko has a brother named Bakugo. So Bakugo's mother is also. So Horikoshi he's a fire manipulation, but I'm also gonna add like crazy scientist into the mix. So basically, Zumi would be the only girl. Oh, and out of his 2, like both, like his or her brothers, and both of them sometimes don't agree with each other, but they stay together. So they were like went a quirk assessment test. basically Bakugo or Ho's mom took Zuko and Zumi and Bakugo to the doctors and ends up finding out that, of course, Bakugo has explosive quirk. Zumi has a fire control. And Zuko has this copying appearance. It's basically like a copy quirk, but it's copies appearance and plus like shapeshift. He basically could shapeshift his entire body, or he can by just. It's just like how, of course, he could do it with long range or short range. So, Zuko, or of course, actually, let's make their husband the, like, basically the big boss of, not Zootopia, but the building. Where is that building? Basically, Zuku Corporation. New one. So they ended up, okay. So, but so Zumi was always like, come on, brother, let's go play ball. As they all agree, and they, but one day, they, Bakugo and Zumi went in front, like, just straight up full on sprint. As Zuko is just walking, and or how about we skip it? Because Zuko took care of it. Or he used his, or actually when the doctor used, sorry, I'm talking so fast I can't even stand myself. So, or, sorry. So the doctor told Zuko that he has a special gift. His, because they noticed that his right eye was blue, or left, I can't tell. That would be one on the right, ain't, like, that side is way too blue and has a red marks around it. Basically, as he ends up, because he has this mind tricks things, like basically he could change the memories of someone else. Or if you've seen that anime, you know what I mean. It's basically like he could alternate the memories of others. But he is a good guy, so yeah. So Zuko was pretty powerful. But he is the overpowered dude. Basically, one time, in the the some reason was asking Horikoshi because there was 3 kids comes from 2 people, but she decides, she thinks in her head of, maybe Zuku. As she literally, because they don't live in the same apartments, things, they live in different parts of town. So she asked Zuku, as she ends up having, or like, she used Zuku, basically, or not Zuku. So Zuku or actually MT Lady did that deed with Zuku. It's basically like the someone smoking crack kind. So not like, okay. So then students, or like, they went to UA, and their, or of course, MT Lady asked Zuku to use his power thing because she knows that his power can alternate someone's memories. So basically, he used it on Zumi, or not Zumi, on Inko and Bakugo's mother and Hisashi to, and the those kids, so that they don't even remember what happened. As she actually tells Zuko things, as she was big in the stomach, Emic, as so because she didn't, or they know the truth about him, or but it was their secret. So then, so they didn't tell them. So now the class thing, like when Zuku got the 100% on written part, and like, he actually got passes All Might, like straight up passes him, as he like basically used, like, he covers his like eye so that he doesn't look so suspicious when, or they see him at or is wearing blue eye. So he basically, so Tenya, or actually he says, sorry, my brain's having like malfunctions. So Zuko was, and his, or Bakugo and the I forget. Zumi was in it in Class 1A. But so, like, as Bakugo knows that his brother can alternate his or their memories, he now it's a USJ, so like before. So they said, "What? Okay, Zuko, what is your power?" We all told you. As Bakugo says, "Well, be careful with him. If you do, don't stare into his eye." As they all like look at Bakugo, huh? Or like, except Zumi says, "Yeah, be careful." His power, as he or they explained what one of his quirks does, or his powers, as they at one of them asked, "What is his power?" Well, the one that if you look into his eye, he could alternate your memories. Basically, could change like your thinking process. Like basically, if he wanted to, he could use it as like basically look at an human Pikachu, and he could make him do wearing the pink tutu or something like that. As there and the other abilities, and then he got interrupted, or they got interrupted by Eraserhead, as they all got off, and only person that really wanted to see that was the redhead guy. Him. He says, "Alright." Or, of course, they walked in and 13. I said 13, not that ONI slash something. And because I don't understand some of your words. Okay? So 13 says okay. So as Zuko could move probably twice as fast as like Coco does in a lifetime. So he basically during the villains thing, he actually or Bakugo asked Zuko, "Go ahead. I'll let my brother do it." As they said, okay. As they like basically he runs, like he basically ran down. He took care of all the bad guys in about 1 second. Only thing that really stops him, it was the Nomu. Basically, the Nomu got killed, or they see in the blue blade cuts a Nomu's head clean right off. As he walked up to Shiraki-san and he used his blue eye thing, looked right at him, and made him forget all about this and use his basically the him why did you as or before he says why did you have to, as he gets cut off, and he like basically like things, or he says, or actually the handyman asks that warp guy to warp them back to base. As or not Eraserhead, no, everybody saw how powerful he is. They're like, what the heck just happened? Of course, he got away, but he had a tracker put on him. Basically inside of his. So it was so small that he, and plus, so then he gets up, turns around, and he says, huh. As he didn't, or he deactivated it before. So, Eraserhead and was like, okay, what did you do? As Bakugo explained what he did. He alternate hit the guy's memories. As his sister says, yeah, and did you miss his blue arm? Zuku, or Big Brother, she did it in the cutest voice. So her brother answered, let's see that blade again, as he turns his entire arm into a blade. Blue blade. That could, as it transforms back into his arm. Like, instant. So, yeah. Zuko is the powerhouse in this what if. So, I'm skipping the sports festival and the internship because, one, Zuko passed them with incredible speed, agility, and actually cavalry battle and the fight one. Basically, he covered his eye with an eye patch thing to, like, cool it down. As he says, I don't feel like using my tricks. As he was the one that could rule anyone. So, Zuko now, and he took care of Hero Killer Stain. As he actually, his hero name is called Killer Bee. Basically, like what he used in the anime. So then, his. So now let's skip to. We're actually at the USJ one, or not USJ, Cam Park, where wild wildcats are. He says, "Can I?" Or Zuku says, "Can I use my wings things for this?" Sure. As Mr. Aizawa says, "Sure." As he grew bat wings, kind of like what he does, but on a whole nother level. Like it's a darkest one. Like a fallen angels, but yeah. So the and let me remind you. Actually, because when the quirk doctor says, sorry, you can't get a quirk, but you have a weird skill actually in your molecules. And it's like a evolve form from a quirk, so he says that. So now let's get back to what it was. Basically, Zuku is sometimes he gets embarrassed by his own mom, like his third mother, or actually his second mother, that would have been Mountain Lady. So she ends up sometimes, or actually, she wanted Zuku to join her agency. So she did. And then, let's say, he got kidnapped. Zuko got kidnapped, and of course, between Zuko, or actually, Toga wants to, like, do blood thing. Dobby, or actually, he told them that, or actually, I'm gonna add Spitter to it. So, Spitter, her, the lizard villain one from League of Villains, he says this is a legendary Zuku. Sorry. As Spitter loves Zuku because I know in the canon, Spitter loves Hero Killer Stain because he wants to be trained by him. Toga wants Zuku, but ends up getting dumped. Spoilers. In the canon, but at here, she ends up getting, like, he had to go through what his dad went through, getting, because his true eye thing, of course, now there's only 3 people that want to date him or get married to him. One is Momo, the other is Toga, and the other third and the final one is Ochako. So basically, all three of them, alright, and 3, 2, 9. So, if this, and so now the heroes, or actually, All Might against All for One. All for One, or actually, All Might lost on the ground, kind of like, but before All for One gonna kill him off, Zuku uses his blade. Sorry. Okay. Zuku uses his blade to literally cut an All for One's leg where it was on All Might's head. As he says, "You little runt." Or instead of runt, it's that B word. As Zuko looked at him like that. Like he just stared right at the as he says, "Well, my true eye doesn't work on you. Maybe you're too blind." As he turned around, like he basically turned around and where is it? Okay. So he basically, where is it? Turned around, looked at All Might, and says, "Let me deal with him." As All Might knows that he can take care of it. So he basically took care of All for One. Like basically Zuko took All for One and flew him all the way up into space, all the way into, like, how will I put this? He basically went to the sun and like basically chopped him in half, threw him in the sun, and flew all the way back. Like, yay. As when he got back, that he got, like, not yelled at, but they know that he didn't commit any new crimes. So the whole week has passed. So the Overhaul faced a similar fate, but Zuko used his power to alternate Overhaul's memories, basically turning Overhaul into a good person and treated Aries good. And I know it's just so weird how his powers could alternate people's memories. So he basically, as Empty Lady really want, and or she knew that Zuko could use his powers for greater good. So now Endeavor's like, okay, you're set. And she gave birth to, through all that time, she gave birth to not one, not two, not three, but four kids. One of them was her. The other one was basically him. That's two. And the one that looks, or actually three, and then four. All four of them came out of one body. Out of her body. Basically, when she's, or actually because how powerful Zuko was, Doomsday, or actually Zuko Day, that's what I'll say, got his, not his rage, but his calmness. He is like that kind of calm. And she really is a super smart one. But sometimes she gets too little bit too far with Zuko. Like accidentally. Like basically she's dating like her father. And the other two do care about everybody else. So they were like, yeah, I agree. So now, and so there was about 7 kids. And Aries, or actually Overhaul, treated her such like, from being like that to being like that. Because Overhaul has been now changed to that. So basically, he got put in custody before. So Todoroki literally walked up to Zuko and asked him if to change his brain thing about thinking about using his fire side, because so did Endeavor says the same thing shortly after. And now, and Zuko got married to Ochako, Momo, and Toga. Basically, all 3 of them were had their kids. I'm not going into details, but now, and that's it for the what if. Now, for the what the heck. Part 3. So, let's start with my favorite ones. About what the heck about, I would rather, like, create a movie about this. It's about how they both meet up. Or I would rather, like, put them in. Where is it? Put then that girl home gets, like, married to. Okay, I'm trying to think. I was gonna say Demon Lord Maline, but I was like, no, that's game version. So, what the heck? If this video gets, let's go to the, hold on, let's go to mine. If this video gets the what I have on views of that monster video one, or what if Deku was the Nomu? If this video gets, let's say, 53, because 5 plus 0 equals 5, 1 plus 1 equals 2, but 9 plus 2 equals 11, but carry 1. That makes it 31. 5, 3, 1. But if we get some subscribers, then I'll add, or I might go to the YouTube play buttons, and I want on the like, please just subscribe to, like, go all the way to, like, max levels of subscribers. Like, I want to see me pass Popular MMO, Gaming with Jen, Dan TDM, everyone that's, like, top YouTubers ones. Basically, pass everybody. Okay? So, one day, we'll all get like that. Okay? So, now, that's before I. Okay? So, now. Okay? So, sorry. My thing is gonna basically die, but that's okay. So, and I'm thinking about, because I was watching someone else's What If. It's the What If Izuku was the Amazon one. I was thinking about making that same one, but in my image one. Like, basically make it so that really fast. So, huge shout outs to everybody. So, at some point, I'll probably do it when everyone's at work or all that stuff. But now I have this one thing. What the heck? Eh? Why is no one doing like movies or TV shows of a crossover? Like, we already did it with Devilman versus 009. But why won't we just use it on, like, I would rather create a movie for her to get into the Gurren Lagann's world. That's basically what all I want. Because imagine all of those, imagine all of those characters goes over to Gurren Lagann and visits with them. Or the one that, I chose. Because reason why I made What If Deku was born as a anti-spiral was because I thought about when I was watching the anime. If I was them, I would just done a remix of it. Like, make her the spiral warrior. Not like that. And make Simone the anti-spiral, like, ultimate general, or king, basically. Like, passes that guy. All of that stuff. But this one, that's what I would rather choose. Those. Like, I would rather choose them as, like, that. I know that some of them did die in, like, anime, but this would be the remix one. Okay? And why did my video has, or like, those views? But this one, it doesn't have a views. So, and I would rather, or in my Hero Academia one, or I would rather have Horikoshi, or whatever his name is, and to do like a remix one, like Zuku from, or other Zukus meet him in canon kind. Okay? So, I am going to ask you in the comments about what do you want to see next time on What If? Because I'm thinking about doing that, what if Zuku was an Amazon thing? Not the company, but the bunch of female warriors one from DC. Comics one. And Who knows? I might make it super wacky. Make him have, like, the alternate female version inside of him. Who knows? If you want to see that, leave it in the comments below. Oh, because that would be hilarious. Like, just imagining them seen as a boy version. Or he knows that he's a boy, but like he can separate from his alternate self, like his female, basically like his female skin. Or it's like that shape-shifting thing. Like, switch different personalities. Basically, no one even knows that the Izuku has Zumi. Basically, would be his alternate self. Like, basically, she lives inside of him, like those wacky anime ones, but it would be inside of a human being. Like, basically like a costume, but they could alternate between them. So, that's why I am letting you know who do it. Like, and hit that subscribe button. Okay? And now I am gonna go to sleep and see you guys next time if you're lucky. So, and please leave a like, share, subscribe. And if you're watching this, please like comment below what if do you want to see next? And I'll make it for just the fun of it. Okay? I might tweak it as some of the parts, but that's okay. So now have fun. And one like, or before I go, one like can make, or actually, if there was 55,000 likes on this video, each like can save a Ukraine's families. Oh, sorry. Or one like could save the Ukraine's family. Okay? You're probably being like super bored of it, like, well, he's talking nonsense and stuff. Who cares about those Ukraine kids? Anyways, so goodbye. Hey, that's probably what you're thinking or saying. But I am speaking the truth. Oh. If each video or each videos that you see on mine would be one like equals to 1,000 or 1,000 like people got saved per day. Use a bidet thing. So have fun. Don't die.